Hey T-Squad, grab your drinks, because today's story is one that's been surrounded by rumors, conspiracy theories, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. We're talking about the murder of Ronny Doe, also known as Chrisean Rock, the man who publicly claimed he could be the biological father of Chrisean Rock's son. His death shocked social media, and almost overnight, the internet started pointing fingers at everyone from Chrisean Rock to Blueface and even Wack 100. But here's the thing. A lot of what people claim happened simply hasn't been proven. So today, we're separating the facts from the internet theories and taking a deep dive into one of hip-hop's most talked about unsolved cases. Let's get into it. Ronny Doe, whose real name was Chrisean Rock, was a 24-year-old aspiring artist from Severn, Maryland. Before his name exploded across blogs and social media, he lived a relatively private life. That all changed when he publicly claimed he believed he was the biological father of Chrisean Rock's son. Now remember, at this point, this was only Ronny's claim. There was no independently verified DNA test proving he was the father. But Ronny wasn't backing down. As many of you know, Blueface and Chrisean Rock have had one of the most chaotic relationships social media has ever witnessed. After Chrisean gave birth to her son, questions around the baby's paternity started appearing online. Even Blueface himself publicly questioned whether he was the biological father at different points. That's when Ronny entered the picture. He began demanding a DNA test. He said, if the child wasn't his, fine. But if there was even a possibility, he deserved to know. The situation quickly spiraled from private conversations into full-blown internet drama. Things escalated when Ronny confronted Chrisean Rock at a shopping mall. Videos spread across social media showing a heated exchange. Witnesses claimed Ronny was once again asking for a DNA test, while Chrisean rejected his claims. Police were reportedly called to the scene. From that moment, the story wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore. Millions of people suddenly knew who Ronny Doe was. Things escalated when Ronny confronted Chrisean Rock at a shopping mall. Videos spread across social media showing a heated exchange. Witnesses claimed Ronny was once again asking for a DNA test, while Chrisean rejected his claims. Police were reportedly called to the scene. From that moment, the story wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore. Millions of people suddenly knew who Ronny Doe was. On the evening of the 3rd of February 2025, police responded to reports of multiple gunshots in Severn, Maryland. When officers arrived, they found Ronny suffering from gunshot wounds outside a home. Despite emergency medical treatment, he later died in hospital. The Anne Arundel County Police Homicide Unit immediately took over the investigation. Detectives interviewed witnesses, collected evidence, and made one statement that immediately caught everyone's attention. They believed this was a targeted attack, not a random act of violence. That one sentence changed everything. If Ronny was targeted, the obvious question became, why? Within hours of the news breaking, social media exploded. People immediately connected Ronny's death to the ongoing paternity dispute. YouTube creators, TikTok detectives, Reddit forums. Everyone started building theories. Some blamed Chrisean. Others blamed Blueface. Then Wack 100's name entered the conversation. But here's where we need to slow down. Because speculation isn't evidence. Wack 100, who manages Blueface, didn't stay quiet. He questioned the DNA paperwork that Chrisean later shared online. According to Wack, the documents raised more questions than answers. He also suggested he'd heard Ronny wanted to expose information. But here's what's important. Those were Wack's opinions and allegations. He didn't publicly produce evidence proving what Ronny supposedly knew. And police have never publicly linked Wack 100 to Ronny's murder. Blueface also became part of the conversation. Over the years, He'd made conflicting statements about whether he believed he was the child's father. After Ronny's death, the paternity debate continued. Then, more than a year later, Blueface made another social media post suggesting Ronny was actually the biological father. That reignited the entire controversy. But again, a social media post isn't the same as verified evidence. There is still no publicly confirmed DNA result proving Ronny was the child's biological father. Many people questioned why Chrisean posted DNA paperwork after Ronny had already died. Supporters said it finally ended the rumors. Critics questioned the paperwork itself. But publicly available information has never independently verified those documents. So while people continue arguing online, the paternity question still remains surrounded by controversy. Was the murder connected? This is where the theories begin. Some believe Ronny was killed because he was demanding a DNA test. Others think he knew something he planned to expose. Some believe the timing is simply too suspicious to ignore. But here's the reality. Police have never publicly said the murder was connected to Chrisean Rock, Blueface, or the paternity dispute. That doesn't mean it wasn't. It simply means there is currently no public evidence proving it was. Here's what investigators have officially confirmed. Ronny Doe, real name Chrisean Rock, was shot and killed on the 3rd of February 2025. They believe the attack was targeted. Evidence was collected. Witnesses were interviewed. The investigation remains open. And no suspect has been publicly identified. No arrest has been announced. No motive has been confirmed. More than a year later, the case remains unsolved. Police continue to describe it as an active investigation. That means detectives are still working behind the scenes. But for now, the public still doesn't know who killed Ronny Doe, or why. And that's exactly why this case continues to fascinate people. Was it connected to the celebrity drama? Was there another motive entirely? Or is the internet focusing on the wrong story? Until investigators release more information, nobody outside law enforcement truly knows. What do you think, T-Squad? Do you believe Ronny's murder was connected to the paternity dispute? Or do you think the internet has jumped to conclusions because of the celebrity names involved? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss another episode of Dropping the Tea. Until next time, stay safe, stay kind, and keep sipping that tea.